Hello, lovely people. Welcome in. I'm so glad that you're here. I wanted to give you a heads up. I am trying something different with this video. I'm going to structure it so that it goes deeper the longer you stick around. So if you're just here for Disney, I'm going to put that right up front. If you're here for weight loss, I'm going to put that second. And then if you're here for deeper stuff like manifestation or just deeper thoughts on life, on what's happening right now in the world, the shift, anything like that, I'll put that towards the end. There will be timestamps down below so that you can skip to whatever part you want. And I thank you for being here. Please leave comments. Please subscribe. I would really appreciate that. And let's get going.
Yeah, stepping in the spot like she own it. Looking like the world is your runway. Always getting praised like it's Sunday. Loving your vibe, girl. That energy got me going. Yeah, that thing's so vibrant. I wanna know if you can give me the keys to your heart.
Are we ready for Christmas? So yesterday, Ari and I went to Animal Kingdom, and it's all decked out for Christmas. And I think that the subtle Christmas vibe at Animal Kingdom is one of my favorites. I think it's probably second to Studios, honestly. I know, hot take, right? It's not Magic Kingdom. Magic Kingdom is not my favorite, and in part it's because I miss the boughs across Main Street that they don't put up anymore. They do still do that in Paris, though. Anyway, neither here nor there. We had a lovely time. We were recreating the first video that I did when we decided we were going to have lunch and then go walk the trails. Delightful cast member interactions. That's what I was looking for. One of the very first vlogs I ever did, gosh, almost 10 years ago, was in front of this sign. And I was talking about how I'm gonna go find me a tiger. My number 3 favorite thing at Animal Kingdom the fountains. This represents like this. If this were all real, this would have water, and there's the cup, and you would go down in there and get fresh water. Number 2 favorite thing about Animal Kingdom, which actually may be surprising because it's the animals themselves. My favorite little store here at Animal Kingdom is that one just right on the corner by the Yak and Yeti. The Yak and Yeti is the one on the corner by Yak and Yeti. It's just got such cute things, and I just love that store. I would buy almost everything in it. I was in there today and I noticed they have a mystery bag, but it's $100. And I don't know if I should get it or not. It seems totally frivolous and unnecessary. Oh, but my curiosity. In one very rare instance, Ari was right about something. So funny. Mark your calendars. Take this down. It never happens. So I bought the mystery bag.
Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing. Joy to the earth, the Savior reigns. Let men their song of His love, and wonders of His love, and wonders of His love. Sing joy, sing joy, sing joy, sing joy, joy to the world, sing joy to the
I'm trying to change my whole life, right? I'm trying to break out of this place of stagnation that I've gotten into since 2020. And I really am using the 2% rule. Things are changing, things are moving, things are breaking open. I can see it already. But you know, like the beginning of something and the end of something are kind of easy. There's a lot of energy behind them, but then you hit the middle and it's like, well, how do I keep things going? Because this has got to be long term. This has to be long-term changes, right? I feel like I'm on the cusp of like a tipping point. That's what I want to say. I feel like I'm on the tipping point of making these changes permanently. Like I've been taking the steps, but maybe not completely believing in them or not completely like embracing them wholeheartedly. And I feel like I'm right there at that tipping point. I feel like my moment is coming and I'm going to be so far in the deep end of all of this I can't get out, you know, which is terrifying and exciting and good for me. Change is hard, you know. Life can be hard. You get in this, you know, they always talk about getting in a rut. It's like the momentum that we build around things that we don't even want can be really daunting, right? I want to build momentum around the things that I do want. I want to build momentum around this life that I love. There's a lot of good things coming, you know. I just have to stay with this. I have to hit that tipping point and let the momentum then take me in this new direction. Right now it's still like being really mindful and taking one step after the other and making sure that I make this good choice or that good choice. But I think that I'm at the tipping point of that. It's coming soon. So that's exciting. Okay, so let's talk food, let's talk weight, let's talk fitness. Things are going well. Things are going really well. I have currently settled on a diet that is somewhere between keto and carnivore. It's nothing intentional. It's not like I'm looking at like keto plans or carnivore plans. It's just intuitive. It's like what I've heard my guides say and what they're leading me to eat. It just seems to be a lot of steak and a lot of eggs, and not really any carbs. I'm very low on the carbs, and the carbs that I am partaking of, they're vegetables, you know. So, and I'm being careful. A lot of what I'm trying to do is honestly manage blood sugar. So I'm trying to watch things like carbs that will spike your glucose and your insulin. So it's pretty easy for me to just be like, yeah, skip on the bread, skip on the potatoes, skip on the corn, stuff like that. I'm not really having a problem with it at all because I love steak, I love eggs, and the vegetables that I'm eating, mostly salads, and then I do asparagus. Asparagus is a really good vegetable that does not spike your glucose. Where I'm having more trouble with is fruit because I'm kind of having to stay away from a lot of it. I'm eating berries, that's about it. Raspberries particularly in my yogurt because I need crunch. I'm one of those people that I need crunch, and there's no crunch in steak, there's no crunch in eggs. There is some crunch in a salad, but I will also put together a little thing of Greek yogurt with some raspberries and some hazelnuts on it, and that gives me so much crunch. That's like when I'm at home. When I'm out, it's fairly easy to find meat and somewhat easy to find eggs. I have been trying out breakfast at the resorts. That's been kind of fun. So yesterday Ari and I went over to Animal Kingdom. What we went out there to do actually was to retrace our steps from the very first video that I made, where we decided to have lunch at Rainforest and then go walk the trails. We haven't been out there to do that again since. So we're like, let's get back into that, because that was a great idea. It was kind of late in the afternoon. Animal Kingdom closes at 6, and we didn't leave the house here until after 2. So we weren't going to have a lot of time for anything. So we decided to switch and do Rainforest at the end, because they would be open later, obviously, than the park. And we wanted to see if it would be better to do the walking on an empty stomach rather than a full stomach. And on that, I think it was. I do think that was the right choice. But boy, were we hungry by the time we finished the trail. I was looking at the menu to see if there was something here that would be appropriate for me, that would fit with the food plan that I'm currently following. And I saw a couple of things, and then of course they have pot stickers, and I can't resist a pot sticker. So we got a chicken teriyaki salad and some pot stickers and one soda, because they have the big sodas there. I think it's a 32-ounce soda. We could split that, because I'm not drinking hardly any soda right now anymore, like hardly any at all. And I got a water, and so we split everything up. I only took a small portion of the salad, to be honest with you, because I didn't need a lot. I'm also working on this concept of not eating full meals, just eating enough to keep, your body going, your blood sugar going, your brain going, all of that. And so that's what I did. And of course I did have my 2 pot stickers, because there's just no way. I actually prefer them steamed, but they did them fried there, and they were really good, really crunchy and crispy, and so it was really good. Lunch was really nice. It was really good. It was enough food, all of that. And then we moved on. We're here at the I am strong portion of the day. I am tired, but I am strong. I am taking breaths and watching my breathing. And when I find a bench, I'm going to sit down for a minute. This is definitely an improvement. I've done more today than I've done in a very long time. And it's because I'm watching myself and I'm being mindful and reminding myself that I am strong and spiral upward. Anyway, I mean, this isn't a really long catch up or anything. It's going well, and I'm finding it very easy to stick to, and I feel better. I actually last week intentionally went back to eating the old way for a couple of days. Oh my God. I'm like, I vaguely remember that this is how I felt all the time. That's no bueno. But it was fantastic, because I did it, like I said, I did it for two days, or was it the whole weekend? I can't remember if I did it Friday, Saturday, if I did it Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But anyway, point was, I ate McDonald's, and I ate takeout burgers, just whatever I wanted to eat. I just ate, and we ate Chinese food and just all kinds of stuff. And I drank soda again, and I felt like crap. And it was fantastic, because you don't necessarily notice that you're feeling better. I mean, you kind of do, but you don't know how much you are until you start feeling the old way again. And that was really good for me to do that and to experience that, because I don't think I'll ever go back again. I did not like how I felt after feeling good for a week. I was feeling really good, and then I went back to that, and yeah, that's no bueno. I don't like it. It was bad. I don't want to feel that way. I couldn't keep my brain coherent. It was kind of awful, and I realized that that's how I have been, like, just all the time. That was my normal before. And I can see now this huge improvement in my ability to, like, hold a thought, and my ability to get up in the morning, my ability to feel good and feel like I can move around the house and or the world. I mean, yesterday afternoon, it was a very spur of the moment. Let's just go to Animal Kingdom. And I felt great about it. I feel my foot is bothering me a little today. We got about 6,000 steps in yesterday, and my foot is bothering me a little bit today. But other than that, I feel pretty good. I'm a little tired, maybe. a little fatigued, a little, but it's not bad. On the whole, I feel pretty good. I'm drinking a lot of water. I'm almost not drinking any soda. The first time I did this, I went cold turkey and I didn't have any soda for a week. And then I went back on it for a weekend to see how this was going to work out. And then since I've been back this week, I've been doing really great on food, but I have been allowing myself. I switched from Pepsi to Diet Coke, and I'm not saying that's a good choice. I'm just saying having a few sips, and I don't ever have more than a few sips. It's just that bubbly cold and the caffeine, it's kind of nice, but that's where I'm at right now. I think I will end up going back to only water, I think. But on the whole, that's all going really well, and I'm down weight. I'm down currently now. I'm down about 27 pounds. I think when it comes to losing weight, I think it falls under the heading of, you have to do enough internal work, that you have enough integrity with yourself, that you're willing to place and protect boundaries around your weight loss process. Because I think particularly as women in this society, you all know, we are raised to put everything and everyone before us. And that's got to get switched. And I think that we're in process. I think that we're not raising our daughters right now with that mentality. But those of us in this generation, we're still struggling with it because we were raised to think that way. Everybody came before us. And what I've really discovered over the last few years is that nobody in your life is going to really be happy or even be able to necessarily be on their own paths unless you're on yours. Unless you're unless you're in integrity with yourself, It's hard. It's something that took me years to figure out and to process and to make changes in, to be able to be in this moment in time where if Amy and Ari and I go out to eat someplace, I am able to say, well, I can't eat that. Can we eat this? Or we're all sitting down to the table and everybody's got a Diet Coke and I'm like, no, I'm going to have water. And it's not a big deal. I don't care if they have Diet Coke, but I'm going to do water. I'm going to be in integrity with myself, my own body, with what my body needs and doesn't need. That doesn't mean that I won't have a little bit of soda here and there, but that's not because my body needs it. It's because emotionally I want it. And as long as I'm aware of that stuff and I'm keeping it in check, then we're good, So I just think that weight loss is a lot more internal than we realize. I've thought that for decades, to be honest with you. And the wounds that you'll find on your way to healing stuff, at least for me, they surprised me. Now, I had a lot of food issues from growing up with no food in the house, and so, and I see my oldest kid struggling with that same thing. I'm trying to help him figure that out himself, because it's hard when you have been trained that you don't know if there's going to be a next meal. That means you've got to clean your whole plate because this may be the last food you see. Well, the problem is when you get to a place in life where you're more stable and food is not a scarcity anymore, but you're still eating like it is, but now there's so much more food that, it's not a good situation for you. So it's internal work, it's finding those wounds from childhood. It's forgiving yourself for the crap that you've done to your body. It's about not being hopeless at whatever stage you're at. Even when I'm at my highest, this time around it was like 320 something. You don't get hopeless and you don't beat yourself up. Weight's not worth it. Sure, you're going to feel better and be healthier the lower that you can get, but the weight doesn't affect who you are. It doesn't affect the things that you want to put into the world. It doesn't affect your dreams. It can limit what you're actually able to do. And that's the reason that I'm right now trying to lose weight, is because I find my weight starting to limit the dreams that I'm at right now. I feel like I have more physicality to accomplish them the way I want to accomplish them. But we've got to stop beating ourselves up over weight. I think that in general, especially Americans, we're very unhealthy. Our food is disgusting. And it's difficult, particularly if you are on the poverty end of life in this country. The option to buy really good food is limited at best. And although I know that, again, there's mindset in there, because that's one of the things I had to change. I had to decide, because I was not, don't get me wrong, I'm not wealthy. I'm still on the poor end of things, but I live differently because my mindset changed with money and poverty, which means I will allow myself to buy the grass-fed beef. I will allow myself to buy organic milk because that's what's better for me, you know? I think at the end of the day, one of the big processes in life is to get still with yourself and to figure out why you're here. Really connect with your heart, because your heart's the one that's going to lead the way. Don't let your mind lead. Your mind isn't meant to lead. Your mind is here to assist your heart. You've got to get in touch with your heart and know what's right for you and what's true for you. And then you have to be brave enough to follow that. I mean, that's it. That's weight loss. That's life. That's everything. And I have discovered personally, since I've started doing that, life has been entirely different. And I couldn't be happier about that. I still struggle with it. You know, yesterday, that $100 mystery bag. But that's a story still coming. And that story is still coming. We'll get there in a minute. I'm actually going to wrap this portion up on this note to just say, whether you're after weight loss or anything else in your life, you've got to get into integrity with yourself. And you've got to put up boundaries, and you've got to protect those boundaries. And that is hard to do. And you've got to do the internal work that gives you the strength to do the boundary work. It's just, in my opinion, in my experience, that's the process. It's not as much about what you're eating as it is doing those other things that will undermine whatever you try to eat. That's why diets don't really work, because emotionally and, you know, spiritually even, we have so much going on in the background that we can't maintain a diet long term. Diets are usually so restrictive that they're really not meant to be long term. And it's difficult to stick to them with the whole rest of your life being loud around behind it. You can do it. We can all do it. I am doing it. But I do think that it's easier if you do the internal work first. Just my opinion for what it's worth. I'm going to wrap this up. If you are leaving me here, I wish you a wonderful weekend or week, rest of the week ahead, I guess. We're only midweek, aren't we? And I'll see you on the next video. For those of you who want to stick together with me for some deeper thoughts on manifestation and weight loss and Disney and all sorts of things, this video is structured. It gets deeper as it goes. Then hang on. Let me give you another little let me give you another view of our day yesterday at Disney World, and I will be back with you in a minute with some deeper thoughts. y'all have stayed to the end. This is fantastic. I'm glad that you are here. And I hope that whatever I'm about to say, because I'm mostly going to channel it, so whatever I'm about to say, I hope that it serves you and that it blesses you. This is the spiritual part, I would say, of the video. And I wanted to talk about things that we've already been talking about, but I wanted to go deeper with them. I wanted to go a little bit deeper, first of all, on poverty mindset, because that was something that I was really struggling with yesterday when it came to that mystery bag. $100 is a lot of money. It's a ridiculous amount of money to spend on that. And did I have it to spend on that? I mean, obviously yes. Also, obviously not. I could have paid a bill with it. I could have done other things with it that, you know, might have been better. But the insight that I got while I was walking along the Tiger Trail was, if you want to elevate your mindset, you have to act. The thing with money that I've learned, and I don't say this to be reckless, but you have to believe that money's not real and that it comes in when you need it, and that if you're feeling called to spend $100 on a mystery bag, then it's probably okay that you do it. The universe has your back. In my experience, that is the case, and I have been living this way for about, well, like fully for about 2 years. Then, you know, there's been progressions. Around 5 years ago is when I really started to nail it and really started to understand that, you know, maybe money isn't real. You know, maybe it is just an energetic exchange. It's just another form of the energy. And I get that that's kind of out there and all that, but that's what I'm experiencing. That's how Amy and Ari and I are all able to afford to do things like the parties or $100 mystery bag, the cruises that we have upcoming, things like that. It's a lot. It's not because we're all making a ton of money. It's because, first of all, we stay in balance in our spiritual life. We stay connected to the spiritual. Because we stay connected to the spiritual and because of the gifts that I have, we can feel what's right. We can feel the thing to do. It's hard to let the brain to ease up. You know, that is definitely a hard thing to do. And that's what I was struggling with the mystery bag. My brain was like, you can't do that. But my heart was saying, it would be fun. Just do it. And I was in a position where, you know, spending the $100 wasn't going to submarine us. It wasn't going to take us, you know, over a cliff or anything like that. And I'm not saying that you should do that. But if you can take, you know, the steps, the leaps of faith in areas of money and abundance, in my experience, I have found that to ramp up the energy around money, and more money has come in. This is not an area that this is not financial advice. You know, all the disclaimers, but I'm just sharing with you what I've learned and what I've experienced. What I will say to you, if you've never done any kind of like spiritual work or law of attraction or really even lived outside of your head, baby steps. Because you have to find your way. You have to find your rhythm in it. And if you're going too fast, you could run right off a cliff and not even know until you're halfway down the, you know, free falling. And I would hate that for you. Baby steps. Baby steps are valid. That's what I've been working on this stuff for years, for more than a decade at this point. And I will tell you at this stage, I would say I'm a novice at it. And a lot of that is my own fears and doubts and things. I mean, money and stuff is scary to me, or was really scary to me. It's still a little bit because of my, you know, adulthood and my later. When I was a kid, I was in a very nice family. We had a lot of money. It seemed anyway to me. We were doing vacations, very middle class, very normal middle class. When my dad left, not so much. So I grew up being poor, and I carried that on into my adulthood because I also didn't have any adults around me teaching me anything about money or teaching me how to actually live life. I went into adulthood not knowing really anything. You know, I was so naive. And so then I carried those patterns through most of my adulthood. So that's my programming. That's where my mind is. My mind is at constantly like, be careful. You don't want to end up, I've been homeless. You know, you don't want to end up homeless again. You don't want to end up starving again. Any of that. But what I have cultivated over the years is an ability to trust God in very deep ways. And it has paid off for me. A relationship with God is going to be different for everyone. It's going to be unique to you. So I can't sit here and tell you, here, do this step A, B, C, and you're going to wake up and have a treasure chest of money on your doorstep. I'm not going to do that. I wouldn't ever do that. This is your life, and you want to be careful, you know? But I'm just trying to express to you that with money, what I have discovered over the past, you know, particularly the past 5 years, it's not real. It's not real. And we need to stop stressing over it so much. Because I think all the attention that we pay to it is part of what causes the scarcity sometimes. I live my life guided by my intuition, guided by my heart. I've been able to, still working on it, but for the most part, I've been able to restructure my heart-head relationship so that my heart leads and my head then goes, okay, so this is where the heart says we're going. How is it's Walt and Roy. My heart is Walt, my head is Roy. Because what happens is my heart leads, and then my head says, okay, so this is where the heart wants to go. How do we get there? And it helps figure it out, how we actually get there. That's the relationship I currently have between my heart and my head. That just cracks me up, though, because I just saw it. It's Walt and Roy. That makes me happy. So whatever it is, whether it's money, whether it's weight loss, whether it's a dream that you have of traveling or getting married, meeting your soulmate, whatever it is, the very first step, you have to get your heart and your head aligned properly, or at least start the journey on that. It takes time. And, you know, you've got to be able to learn to trust your heart. And in my opinion, how you do that is the baby steps. You know, take it out for a spin on something that's not life-threatening. That's not going to upend your life if it's wrong. You know what I mean? Just take those little baby steps. Listen to your heart and say, you know what? My heart says it wants this, but I don't think I should do this. But do it. You know, again, don't upend your whole life. But if it's, you know, the mystery bag yesterday, $100, even though it seems like all the money in the world to me, it's not that much money, especially these days. That was the thing with the mystery bag. It's like, there was only, how many things weren't it? 5 things? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think there was only 5 things in it. Okay, I'm very happy with the next 2 things. It's a little elephant. Not that I like stuffed animals at all. Nor do I like real animals. See, I told you everybody was here. Even Kevin is here. And while I enjoyed the whole process and I really liked the mystery bag situation, it was very fun. But I think somewhere in my head, I was still thinking $100 got you a lot of stuff. And I was like, this is it? I spent $100 and this is all I got? But it's like, be chill about it. It's fine. It's fine. You know, the sun rose today. Everything is fine. And I have a mystery bag and a really cute stuffed tiger and a nice little necklace and a new journal. So, you know, it's all good. But that's what I'm saying. Take these little baby steps. If you want to try, you know, to kind of move forward in your spiritual journey and change your life in a meaningful way, start with little baby steps, you know? Start with stuff that doesn't threaten you too much, but is a little scary. You know, for whatever the reason, it's a little scary. You gotta be able to step out there on that. And I get it. With my astrology, I am particularly blessed with the ability to take leaps of faith, grand ones. Like when I moved here with $400 and not a friend in the world, no plan, because God said go, so I went. And I get it that not everybody has the ability to do that. I do have particular astrological alignments that allow me to do that. But we can all take strategic leaps of faith. We can all set ourselves up, baby step them. And when you see that they work, whatever you learn from it, I also highly recommend journaling. You know, if you're going to start trying to do any kind of, you know, head-heart adjustment, journal it out. This is what I'm doing. This is how I feel about it. This is what I did. This is how it went. You know, I have something that my youngest kid always called the library of evidence, and that thing, as soon as she recognized that that's what it was not long after we were both here in Florida together. I started keeping better track of the things that my guides were saying and coming true. And when you have the library of evidence that I have at this stage of the game, I don't have any choice but to continue following this. I would be an idiot to go into any kind of like, oh, well, this is how responsible, real world kind of lifestyle, because this works for me. This works for me. This is the first time in my whole life that I've actually had my life working, I would say. So, you know, I would never go back. I just keep going deeper and deeper. All right, trust me for a minute. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. On the exhale, let go of the world for just a minute. Or just for a minute. You can pick it all up but again in a second. Just take a deep breath in and exhale, and just let go of everything that's concerning you, everything that's bothering you, everything that's upsetting you. Let it go just for a minute. Take another deep breath in. And if you want to pause the video and keep breathing until you can find a place of peace, a place of stillness, because that's what we're looking for. When you get to a place where it's very still, ask God or your higher self, or however you label your connection to something more than yourself. Ask them for a word or a sentence of direction. Where do you start? Where do you go next? And be still for a minute and see what you hear. Again, I'm going to say you can pause the video and do this and then come back into the video. But I did this the other day. I do this often and I find it to be powerful. When I did it the other day, I was specifically focused on the video, on the next video on the channel. And the word that I got was elevate. So I have been working with this idea of elevating the channel. And I was going through the structure of it. You know, I started doing Disney vlogs. You all know that. And then I moved, and then I've been all over the place. And I've had different channels, and I've been like, oh, I'm about weight loss. Oh, I'm about spiritual stuff. Oh, no, I'm going to go back to Disney. And I've been all over the place with this for years now. Every go-round, I've gotten a little closer, and I've gotten a little bit more refined. This one, though, this channel and the videos I'm doing here are the first ones that have felt like it's either that they feel more right, or that it feels like it's actually go time, because a lot of the times a lot of things are timing. You know, sometimes when you're getting stopped by the universe and stopped, it's timing. But God is letting you learn things while you're waiting. And I'm so grateful for that. So this time around, though, this channel feels really good. The videos are good. I like the way they're going. But when they said elevate, I picked it apart for days and had a lot of meditations. And last night in meditation after I got back, actually, it kind of started to come together a little bit more, the idea of it. This idea of going deeper. The longer you stay in the video, the deeper the conversation and the topics will get. That allows me to do everything I want to do. It's a Disney vlog at the beginning. I'll tell you about my day at Disney. I'll tell you about the things I saw, the things I learned, the things I love, the things I hate. I'll do all of that. And then I'll do another little montage of our day. And then we'll go into something personal, like, you know, the weight loss stuff is kind of on the top of my list right now. So we can talk about weight, we can talk about fitness, all of that. And then if you stay till the last segment, we'll talk like this. We'll talk real talk about spirituality, about my life, about how I live it, about the things that I've learned. So if you want to stay for the whole video, that's fantastic. But if you only want Disney, you've got that at the front. And I'm going to put timestamps in so you can get what you want out of the videos. And this video is not perfect because I'm still rambling a bit and I'm still trying to find my way, but this feels good. See how it goes when I go to edit it. But I think that this is my elevation. This is my next step, because I was never wanting to leave Disney. I just didn't want to be a Disney vlog. I didn't want to be out there showing off the latest cupcake. I didn't want to go to all the parties just for the sake of like, oh, I need it for the video. I didn't want to do that. This Christmas, Ari and Amy and I have planned to go to the zoo for their lighting spectacular. We want to go to Lou Gardens. We want to go to Celebration, and I want to put all that stuff in the vlog. And I felt very nailed to Disney when I was doing just a Disney vlog. And I'm not a lot more than Disney. Because, you know, I'm about filled this high with Disney. But I am a little bit more than Disney, and I needed to be more than Disney in my vlogs. So this feels right. This feels like I hit the right note. So let me know in the comments if you got a word or a sentence or a direction in that brief little meditation. If you did it and you got anything, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear that. I'm going to wrap this up at this point. I hope that something I have said has helped you or blessed you. I hope that the rest of your week is beautiful, and I hope that your weekend can bring you some insight and some blessings that maybe you otherwise wouldn't have gotten. I love you all. I'm sending you love, as always. If you want to, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. But also, I have a Patreon. It's not, I don't charge for it. It's where I blog. It's where I write out some of this deeper stuff as it's going, and give you a little bit of a heads up of what's coming up next and that. So it's just a way to keep more in touch. And I will link that down below. And I will see you on the next video. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you very much. I don't remember what we're doing. Okay, we're back home from Animal Kingdom, and we are going to open the mystery bag that we bought at Yak and Yeti's marketplace. What is that shop called? Everybody's here. It's going to be so exciting. Oh, this did not come with the mystery bag. This was an extra purchase that I could not resist. It's a giraffe. It's so cute. Anyway, not the point. So, our mystery bag. This mystery bag... I'm going over my insanity. This mystery bag cost $100. But we did get a free Landry's membership in it, which is a $25 value, so that we can get points when we eat at Rainforest and stuff like that, which we tend to do a lot. So, there's that.
It's probably a shock that it cost $100.
$100 mystery bag. Alright, Yak and Yeti. Yak and Yeti? Yak and Yeti. Alright, are we ready? Is everybody ready? Everybody's here. We'll have to get pictures of everybody so I can clip in there. You too. Alright, here we go. Enough of this foolishness. Let's just get into our prizes.
Even Kevin's here. Oh, Kevin's coming down.
Oh dear, we might have to pause for that. Alright, the first thing I'm not sure any of us need. Oh, maybe I'll give it to Phineas. We have a baseball cap. Yeah, nobody here actually wears baseball caps, but what do you want?
I want a close-up of the hat. Not that close.
But anyway, so we got a baseball cap. Okay, I'm very happy with the next two things. It's a little elephant. Not that I like stuffed animals at all. Nor do I like real animals. See, I told you everybody was here. Even Kevin is here. Alright, here's the other guy.
Oh.
Oh, he's so cute. With this little beard and everything. Oh, he's so cute. Alright, so we got two stuffed animals, which I will snuggle a little bit later. Alright, there's not much left in here, so I don't know what the $100 is for, but it's alright. It was a gamble, and we went for it. Oh, I was looking at this actually in the store. I totally wanted this.
I saw that.
I saw it too. I was totally looking at this in the store. I love this. It's a yin and yang necklace, and I nearly actually almost bought it. But then I realized I was spending a fortune and I didn't need to do that.
Yin and Yang from Yak and Yeti.
I think they're two different ones. So like somebody can be a yin and somebody can be yang. Oh, and that one can fall. But that's really cute. I like that. Super
nice.
cute.
I like that.
All right, so we got that. Oh, how funny. There's a journal in here. I just bought a journal though. So
Right, too.
Oh, did it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but this is lovely. Let me take it out of the... Okay. But this is just really lovely. It's got the brown paper, which the one I bought today has as well. And it's got the little bookmark that's got the same thing on it. So that's really... I will actually use that. That's really lovely. And I like it because it's got the... I can refill it and put new paper in it. This is very much like what I just got, but still, it's special. And I love it. So, there's that. I think that's it. I think that's what we got. So, yep. Well, that was our $100, but I don't regret that. Except for, I regret this. I don't need a baseball cap. I don't think anybody needs a baseball cap, but the rest of the stuff is super cute. I would have bought a tiger and an elephant. Look at how cute they are. I love them. And this is a lovely journal. And I always use journals a lot. So yeah, no, this is nice. And honestly, it was just fun to just like the mystery. It was fun. It was fun.
Look how all of that matches your dress.
Oh, it does.
Pick up the journal, too.
The journal, too.
Look at that. All of that.
I don't think you can see it, but all of this
Even the
matches
hat.
my dress.
I know you're...
Oh, that's true. Even the hat.
You're totally dissing
Here.
the hat, but it
I am dissing the hat. I'm just not a baseball
Yeah, none
cap
of
kind
us-
of person.
none
There
of
we
us will
go.
Wear it. Oh, my
See?
God.
And
This
you
is
should not
why.
be.
This is why I don't wear baseball caps.
And you should not be.
All right, that's gonna wrap this up.